For 3 days, Hamza lay in the hospital, fighting for his life. Mustafa and Aisha stayed by his side, praying fervently. The doctors did everything they could, but the poison had done too much damage. Hamza's condition deteriorated, and once upon a time, in the peaceful town of Banda, lived a respected imam named Mustafa and his beloved wife, Aisha. Mustafa was known for his wisdom and kindness, and Aisha was admired for her compassion and grace. Despite their happy life, Aisha harbored a deep longing for a child. For years, they prayed earnestly to Allah for a child, and their prayers were finally answered. Aisha became pregnant, and their home was filled with joy and gratitude. When their son, Hamza, was born, he brought even more happiness into their lives. Mustafa and Aisha doted on Hamza, nurturing him with love and care. Hamza grew up in a happy and secure environment, becoming a bright and inquisitive child. As he approached school age, Mustafa and Aisha decided to enroll him in the prestigious knowledge boarding school, believing it would provide him with the best education and opportunities. The decision to send Hamza to boarding school was not easy. Aisha struggled with the thought of being apart from her beloved son. Mustafa, however, reassured her that it was the right choice for Hamza's future. On the day they took Hamza to the school, Aisha's heart was heavy with worry, but she masked her emotions to keep Hamza's spirits high. The knowledge boarding school was renowned for its academic excellence and strict discipline. The campus was bustling with activity as parents and students filled the grounds. Aisha and Mustafa felt a mix of pride and apprehension as they left Hamza in the care of the school. Aisha couldn't shake off a lingering sense of unease, but she dismissed it, trusting that Hamza would thrive in this new environment. At first, Hamza adapted well to the boarding school life. He made new friends and excelled in his studies. Mustafa and Aisha received regular updates about Hamza's progress, and their worries began to ease. However, as Hamza turned 12, things took a darker turn. A group of older students who were part of a secret cult started targeting Hamza. They pressured him to join their group, but Hamza, steadfast in his faith and values, refused. Hamza's refusal angered the cultists. They began to bully and threaten him, trying to break his spirit. Despite the increasing pressure, Hamza stood firm, praying for strength and guidance. Unbeknownst to Mustafa and Aisha, their son was facing a dangerous and frightening situation. One fateful day, Hamza went missing. When Mustafa and Aisha received the news, their world was turned upside down. They immediately rushed to the school, demanding answers. The school administration assured them that they were doing everything possible to find Hamza, but their reassurances did little to calm the frantic parents. The next 3 days were a nightmare for Mustafa and Aisha. They searched tirelessly, joined by the police and the community, but there was no sign of Hamza. Aisha's heart ached with a mother's fear, and Mustafa, usually a pillar of strength, was overcome with worry. They prayed day and night, hoping for Hamza's safe return. On the 3rd day, Hamza was found, but the sight that met Mustafa and Aisha's eyes was heartbreaking. Hamza had been kidnapped by the cultists and poisoned when he refused to join them. He was barely conscious and could hardly speak. Mustafa and Aisha rushed him to the hospital, clinging to a thread of hope. For 3 days, Hamza lay in the hospital, fighting for his life. Mustafa and Aisha stayed by his side, praying fervently. The doctors did everything they could, but the poison had done too much damage. Hamza's condition deteriorated, and on the 3rd day, he passed away. The loss shattered Mustafa and Aisha. Their home, once filled with joy, was now engulfed in sorrow. The community of Banda was in shock. Hamza's death sparked outrage, and the authorities launched a thorough investigation. The cultists were soon apprehended, and the school's negligence was brought to light. The school was shut down, and the perpetrators faced severe legal consequences. They were held accountable for their actions, serving as a stark reminder of the dangers that can lurk in seemingly safe places. In the aftermath of the tragedy, Mustafa and Aisha became advocates for children's safety. They shared their story, urging parents to trust their instincts and be vigilant about their children's well-being. They emphasized the importance of creating safe educational environments and the need for schools to take their responsibilities seriously. Lessons to be learned. A child's life is like a piece of paper on which every passerby leaves a mark. This underscores the profound impact of every influence in a child's life, urging parents to be vigilant about their children's surroundings. The child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth. This highlights the importance of providing children with a supportive and safe environment. Even the best cooking pot will not produce food. A prestigious school means nothing if it fails to provide a safe and nurturing environment.